We just finished building an AI receptionist for an electrical company, and in this video, I'm showing you the whole thing. The live demo, how it plugs into ServiceTitan, what the emergency call handling looks like, and what it's doing for them now. Everything with nothing left out. We're gonna get through this in the next 5 to 7 minutes, but first, let's quickly watch the demo.
Thanks for calling Spark Electrical Services. This is Sam. How can I help you today?
Hi Sam, I've got a socket in the kitchen that was sparking when I plugged something in. I've switched it off at the breaker, but I'm kind of worried, so hoping we can get someone to come take a look at it tomorrow morning as soon as possible.
All right, good call switching off the breaker for that circuit. That's exactly what you should do. Don't use anything plugged into that socket and don't try to check the outlet itself. We'll get someone out to sort it safely. Well, thanks for reaching out. Can I get your name?
Yeah, it's Beyonce Knowles.
Thanks, Beyonce. Well, the next thing is we're gonna get one of our electricians out to you to take a look. But before I get that booked in, how long has that socket been sparking, and have you managed to switch the breaker off for that circuit? I'll pass this on to the electrician who comes to visit.
Yeah, it happened when I plugged in the kettle this morning. We've left it switched off at the breaker.
Right, that's helpful to know. Sounds like you did exactly the right thing, and we can definitely help with that. Our team has been wiring homes and businesses in the local area for 12 years, handling everything from emergency callouts to full panel upgrades, EV chargers, and rewires. We've got a 4.8 star rating on Google and Yelp, and getting your home safe and powered is what we do. In terms of a sparking outlet, that's something we want to deal with quickly. What's the address we're coming out to?
176 Cedar Avenue.
And the best number to reach you on?
This one works great, 310-993-1662. And would prefer not to share my email if we can just do it over text.
Thanks, got your number as 310-993-1662. Earliest slots for tomorrow morning are 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m., and 8 a.m. Any of those work for you?
Yeah, let's do 7 a.m.
Perfect. You're booked in for 7 a.m. tomorrow, the 13th of May, at 176 Cedar Avenue. We'll reach you on 310-993-1662 if there's anything we need. You'll get a text confirmation shortly. Great, you're all sorted. Is there anything else before I let you go?
No, that's perfect. Thank you so much. And great to see the appointments come through for 7 o'clock. So we're going to connect this directly into your calendar, whether that's your Google Calendar or a different calendar that you're using. All that information is going to get ported over to your CRM too. We handle the integration. And as you can see, it's there, as well as all the details from the call. As you can see from the caller rang, and when the front desk didn't pick up on the fourth ring, the agent answered. It went back and forth with the customer, collected their details, gave them some social proof, and booked them straight into an appointment. You can see the appointment then landed on the calendar, and we then send this appointment and the lead information straight into your CRM with something called a webhook. And not to worry, we handle all of the integration across every CRM. This is a very straightforward process, and once that's booked in, we also have an automation set up so that you as the business owner or your team get a confirmation text of the scheduling, as well as the customer getting a confirmation of the booking too. Every business runs their flow slightly differently, and a big benefit of working with us directly is we can customize this for you however you like. So if you want more text, less text, you want emails, whatever it is, we can customize it in the setup. Now, if you've watched this and want to have a real chat about getting this set up for your business so that whenever anyone on your team can't answer the phone, you can still schedule this job, click the link in the description down below. Now let's jump into what else this agent is able to do. So the agent we built does 4 things really well. Firstly, it answers every single call that comes in after the 4th ring. Doesn't matter what's happened on the calendar or what time it is, the phone gets answered every time with a real conversation. The homeowner gets helped, the job gets captured, and then they hang up with the booking confirmed. And on top of that, you'll have noticed that the agent on that call asked a couple questions up front. You may have your own specific questions that you always want to ask every single caller that comes in, and we can train the agent to ask exactly those every single time. Second is that every web inquiry for your electrical business that comes through, whether that's on your website form or a Facebook ad or a Google form or anywhere else, they get a call back automatically within 30 seconds. So the second that a web form actually comes in, they get a call automatically. There's zero lag, and this means that you book a lot more jobs. Third is that everything gets put straight into your CRM directly. So the job type, the customer name, the address, the booked appointment, the confirmation, all in your exact system without your team having to do a thing. And lastly, you can also have your own dedicated number that handles text as well as calls if you would like. Homeowners text just as much as they call these days, and this thing can actually handle both. It can call straight through to your team, and if your team doesn't pick up, it's going to answer on the fourth ring if nobody's around. Around 35% of electrical service inquiries come in outside of weekly business working hours. Full third of their potential revenue was calling in at times when no one was there to actually pick up. And the nature of those calls really matters. It's not, can I get a quote sometime? It's usually urgent. Half the house has gone dark on a Sunday, there's a sparking outlet, the water system's dead, and the kids are in the house. These are homeowners who need help now, and if your phone goes to voicemail, they don't wait around. They just call the next electrician on the list. You're 21 times more likely to win a lead if you respond within 5 minutes versus 30 minutes. 21 times, not slightly better, not twice as likely, but 21 times. Think about what that means if you're spending anything on advertising. You're paying for the lead, it hits your form, nobody calls for 2 hours, and statistically, most of those leads are already gone. So speed is the real differentiator here. Not price, not reputation, just speed. Now, onto the integration side of things. We work with all the major platforms used in the electrical space. So that's ServiceTitan, Jobber, House Call Pro, Service Fusion, Field Edge, Field Pulse, ServiceMate, BuildOps, Service Trade, RazorSync, and a few others. Whatever you're running, the jobs go straight into where they need to be. Your team's workflow doesn't have to change at all. We set up all of the integrations. We also offer a 30-day guarantee on this. So if you don't book a single job in the first 30 days, you're going to get a complete full refund back. And we put that in writing. Honestly, we've never had to actually use it, but we include it because you shouldn't have to take this on pure trust. And we think that's fair and a good way of doing business. And one thing worth being really clear on is you're not building any of this yourself. You're not designing the agent, you're not writing the prompts, you're not setting up the integrations, which are quite hard to do. You're not touching a single piece of software. You just hop on a couple of calls with us. We ask you everything we need to know about your business, and then we go away and build the entire thing end to end and integrate it properly into your CRM or system. Honestly, that's the main reason that businesses come to us rather than trying to put one of these together themselves with all of the AI tools floating around today. Because yeah, the tools are 100% out there, but actually building an agent that holds a real conversation, integrates cleanly with your CRM, and is reliable enough to put on real customer calls every single day is completely different job. We do all of this so you don't have to think about it. The whole thing takes about 17 days from kickoff to going live. The first call is about an hour where we're going to go through your specific setup, the different call types that you get, how your CRM is configured, what the edge cases are, how we want to get those handled. We take about 10 days to build everything out, and you get a week to test it properly. You can call the number, you throw out a couple of scenarios, and before it touches a real customer, you know it's active and working. And then we flip it live. And then after launch, you've got direct access to us. So if the build needs tuning or a new scenario comes up or you're mapping it into your CRM and is slightly off, you reach out to us, we're going to quickly fix it. There's no support tickets, there's no waiting in line. You can just reach out to us, we pick it up, we're with you all the way, even after the handover. I'm Harry, I run Voice Install. We build AI voice systems for electrical companies and other trades businesses. There's a setup fee, then a monthly after that, but there's no major lock-ins. It's month to month once you're ready to get started. So if this matches what's happening in your business, the link's in the description down below. Book a call and we'll walk through what this setup could look like for you specifically. Every call answered, every job booked. Let's book more jobs so that you can make more money in your business.